Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is the 10th annual School of Computer Science Founders Day celebration. I'm Walt Shearer, your host or ringmaster, something like that. We have an exciting agenda today. If you could advance the slide for me. Let's go one more. So our dean will give us a short presentation about the current status of our school as we move quickly through the summer and into the new academic year. We're going to remind everyone of a few recent faculty awards. We do one new one that folks haven't heard about. That'll come from our friends at Lutron. That's a teaching award. And then we're going to finish our program with some staff recognition awards. I've heard rumor of a watch party of sorts for this event. I'm not sure if those folks are on or not. Hopefully they've made it, but they're at the retreat in the Robotics Institute faculty retreat. Just wanted to make sure we acknowledge their dedication to this program. A couple of housekeeping items before we get started. First, I think you probably saw the program is being recorded. This will get posted on our web page. We're going to do a little bit of editing before we do that, so it might be a few days. You're going to be encouraged to use your chat feature throughout this program. We'd love for you to turn your video on. You're not going to be able to use your microphone. The presenters will be brought in by our moderator. But you won't be able to use your mic just to keep the background noise down. So let's get started. I have the pleasure of introducing our dean, Marshall Hebert.
Thank you, Walt. And for how many times I've done this already, I have to remember to unmute. But let's get going. It's great to see everybody today. Let me give you a few updates about the school before we go on to the main program with the awards, and especially as we're coming out of this pandemic situation and recovering from it. So let me first mention something about space. This is not something perhaps that we had to worry too much in the last few months, but this is something that we're going to have to worry a lot moving forward as we come back to physical operation. So let me mention a few things there. The TCS all is now fully online with the ISR as the main occupant, and LTI and RI will also occupy this space. The AI makerspace is completed. It will be open soon in the fall. There's already a lab manager and so forth. And we thank JP Morgan Chase for their support of that space. That's really an outstanding facility. HCI has also acquired lab space on the first floor of the RAND building over near Craig Street. It's high quality space, and hopefully that will help a little bit the space issues with HCI. We are building new student space for SCS in the Taper shell space. We were fortunate that we were able to start the construction during the pandemic period and spend the money on the construction. This will hopefully open in spring of 22. So we'll be operational in spring of 22 for student space and a classroom. Hopefully, again, this will help with the pressure on space. Next, please. Okay, let's talk a little bit about graduate programs and student admissions. This was a concern earlier, given the situation with the pandemic, the situation with the visas and so forth. There was also a worry that the admissions will drop this year because of the situation. This has not happened. This graph shows the comparison of total admissions in applications to the SCS grad programs comparing the 2 years. So we're in good shape there in terms of applications, and it looks like we're going to be okay. Next one, please. One difference is where our students are coming from. We're going to see more coming now from the US, decrease in international students, not something that is particularly surprising given the visa situation. Next one, please. Now, here is the issue that we have to address now, of course. The issue has to do with the students who were deferred from last year. A very large number of them. You can see the numbers here on this slide. And the specific issue that now we'll have to tackle is the fact that a significantly higher percentage of those are now converted to accepts, and that's the blue graph on this slide. This is, of course, going to create some difficulties in terms of the overall number of students, but we don't really know yet exactly the situation there. The reason being that there is still uncertainty in terms of the visa situation, although it's looking increasingly positive, at least for many of the countries. So the bottom line is we're in good shape in terms of student application, admission, and so forth. There is uncertainty still in the final picture as to students entering in the fall that we're going to have to deal with. Speaking of uncertainty, I really want to thank all of the program coordinators and everybody involved in making the programs run. You all have been faced with a level of uncertainty, changes that are really unprecedented. And this has been hard on everybody, and it is still hard on everybody. I just said we have uncertainty now for the fall. So this is really very important for the school. So thank you for that. Next slide, please. One thing in the new cohort, I think of note, is that we have a significantly larger number of GEM fellows. Those are students who are sponsored by the National GEM Consortium, and this is part of the effort in diversifying our students, having greater diversity, greater opportunity for students. You can see the numbers here. This is, of course, still significantly below what we could be doing and what other units are doing, but this is on the right track compared to the numbers we had before, and more importantly than the number, the practice and infrastructure that we put in place to get GEM students and support them. This is, of course, next slide, please. This is, of course, part of our efforts in DEI. We created the new DEI office. Jolie Froedzi is leading that office. Thank you, Jolie, for taking that in addition to the HCI responsibilities. Jolie is creating a full DEI office, including an executive director. A search is now on the way and will be communicated soon. Next, please. One of the big concerns we had during this crisis had to do with finances. This is again this uncertainty in this situation. So instead of boring you with many graphs on this topic, I just showed you two numbers. During the FY21 year, we had decreased revenues of approximately $4 million. And at the same time, we were able to decrease the expenses by about $4 million as well. The decrease in expenses comes from things that were naturally decreased because of the pandemic and virtual situation, but also, and perhaps more importantly, all the efforts that the business offices have done to reduce expenses, and the efforts that the faculty have done to reschedule how they schedule their sponsored research funds and so forth. So again, thank you to everybody, all the staff and faculty who have worked with us to maintain this financial picture. That means that moving forward, we are cautiously optimistic. In fact, in some departments, we are now starting to hire departmentally funded position, which we could not before. So we're now resuming that and basically going back to normal operation progressively. And we're also continuing to hire faculty. So the bottom line here is that we in stable situation in terms of finances, and we fully intend to go back to normal operation and basically proceed full speed as we move forward. Okay. Let me point out two other reasons to be reasonably hopeful. Next slide, please. This shows the increase in sponsored project activity. So despite the crisis that we went through, we see an increase in that sponsored projects activity. And we expect a similar increase this year. So again, this is hopeful. So we're on a good trajectory there. And again, this is thanks to all of you, staff and faculty, in making this happen. So this is again a hopeful feature here. Next slide, please. One thing that maybe has not been advertised enough is the efforts that our advancement office has been leading in fundraising. This shows the increase between last year and this year, or FY20 and FY21, in terms of individual giving and in terms of unique donors. Now, the number for individual giving, you have to be a little careful. This includes pledges, so it's not necessarily money that is directly in our pocket that year, but it's still comparing apples to apples, and you can see the increase here. And perhaps even more importantly, an increase in the unique donors, even during that crisis period. So I'd like to thank everybody who was involved in this effort, and that includes also the faculty. Many of you have been asked to help with those efforts, to do presentation at meetings, to meet with prospects, and so forth. This is absolutely critical for this. We cannot do this kind of thing without you. And so we're going to expand that effort. There were new ideas that were developed during this period in terms of reaching out to more prospects using virtual means. So we will reach out to you, faculty, even more to participate in this. Why is this important? Well, that's because that's where we can get the funds to support things like, for example, creating more fellowships and scholarship for DI-related activity, to broaden our pool of students, to give opportunities to students who would not have that opportunity otherwise. In particular, in areas like master's program, where we don't have financial help, we don't have the tools to support those students. So that's why it's important to support those fundraising efforts, and I'm very happy to see that we're making some progress there, some good progress there. Okay, so that was the kind of the picture overall of the school and some of the important things that have to do with the health of the school that I wanted to mention. The last thing that I want to mention is shown on this slide. We have 6 faculty members who went to status of emeritus this year and last year, basically 2020 and 2021. So we have not yet recognized all of these faculty at once. We will do that. We will have a proper event and proper recognition, but I really wanted to recognize them at this event. As you know, all of them have been instrumental in what the School of Computer Science is today. They all have made tremendous, not only tremendous contribution, technical contribution from a research standpoint, but tremendous contribution to shaping the school into what it is today. So I wanted to formally thank Randy, Roger, Matt, Gary, Bob, and Manuela, and also, of course, promise that there will be a more extended recognition of their contribution moving forward. So thank you all for what you did for the School of Computer Science. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's move on to some awards, starting with the SCS Research Award. There are 2 of them. the Newell and Perlis Award. The committee is illustrated here: Satya, Kathleen Carlis, Scott Hudson, Teriko Mitamura, and Ilhan Urbash. And I thank all of them for their work on this committee. So let's start with the Alan Newell Award for Research Excellence. This is an award that is based on Alan Newell precepts. Good science responds to real phenomena or real problem. Good science is in the details, and good science makes a difference. Okay. Those are basically the criteria for that award. And the committee selected the team of Carl Kingsford and two members of UMD, one an alum, Robert Petro and Stephen Mont. This award is for pioneering alignment-free inference of gene expression levels and the implementation of sharing of the sailfish and salmon tools that embody this technique. And fortunately, Carl is here because, as you might have guessed, I have no idea exactly what that technique is. Carl, please.
Thank you, Dean Hebert. And on behalf of myself and my collaborators, Rob Patro and Steve Mount, thank you for this award. mRNA expression, which is the topic of this research, is one of the fundamental measurements that's made to understand the biology of the genome. And the work cited here helped launch a line of research for efficient computational mRNA and gene expression analysis. And we're really excited about the work because it showed that these large-scale inference problems from next-generation sequencing data could be both blazingly fast and very accurate. And the work cited here led to a suite of practical tools that have been downloaded over 150,000 times. And we're gratified that they've helped many biological researchers get deeper insights more efficiently. And thank you very much for this recognition.
Thank you, Carl. Well deserved. Next page. So the Alan Perlis Award recognizes a CMU person who has shown sustained creativity in out-of-the-box computer science, leading to demonstrated real-world impact. And our award is certainly did things out of the box and certainly demonstrated real-world impact. So Bob Murphy for vision, courage, leadership, and community building in pioneering the use of an education about computational method in biology. On an added note, I have this small suspicion that since Bob was also listed on the emeritus slide, this is just a ploy to be listed twice in this program, but maybe not. Anyway, Bob, please.
Thank you very much, Marshall. I'm very pleased to find out that all I had to do was retire in order to receive an award. But disappointed that even though I am retired, I was expected to put on a nice shirt and attend another Zoom meeting. By the way, it looks like it's the same shirt that I was wearing in that picture. On a serious note, I'm very honored to receive this award in view of the 4 past recipients, Illa and Red, pioneers in robotics, Tom Mitchell, pioneer and founder of machine learning, and Jaime Carbonell, who we all miss, and was pioneer and founder of the Language Technology Institute. It was a great pleasure to get to know Tom and Jaime, both of whom were strong supporters of the creation of the Computational Biology Department in SCS. Been an honor for me to be part of CMU, and I've been part of 4 departments in 3 colleges, and I'm especially grateful for the encouragement and support that I've received from SCS, especially from Deans Randy Bryant and Andrew Moore and Marshall. Of course, there are many other people I can thank for their contributions to our work. But let me just close by encouraging all of my SCS colleagues to continue to lead the way in using computer science to drive research in the natural and physical sciences. We have a unique perspective on the complexity of these sciences that is not typically found in experimentalists, and that the world needs that. And I hope that we will continue to lead in that direction. Thank you very much to the committee and to everyone for this award.
Thank you, Bob, and congratulations again. The next award, the next awards are the teaching awards, sorry. And the first one is the Joel and Ruth Spire Teaching Award. This is the 8th year for this award that was created to recognize professors who excel in the classroom. This is sponsored by Lutron Electronics, the company founded by Joel Spire in Pennsylvania. And to present the award, we have the pleasure to have as a guest Sanjeev Kumar, who is a Senior Engineering Director at Lutron. Sanjeev?
Thank you. And it's great to be here with you all. The Ruth and Joel Spire Excellence in Teaching Award was created by Lutron's founder to recognize professor who excel in classroom by helping students learn, understand, and apply fundamental of engineering. Our founder, Mr. Joel Spire, felt passionately that hiring graduates with keen understanding of engineering fundamentals was key to Lutron long-term success. And this year, the Spire Excellence in Teaching Award goes to Professor Michael Hilton. Dr. Hilton has made broad and deep contribution to software engineering curriculum and teaching. He modernizes the content, the better incorporated current industry practices while connecting to core software engineering principles. He used creative methods, engaged with the students, which have led to broadening of participation and enrollment of software engineering courses. Dr. Hilton is true educator in every sense. On the behalf of Lutron and the Spire family, it's my pleasure to present to you the Ruth and Joel Spire Excellence in Teaching Award. Since we are doing this virtually, the award will be shipped residentially to your residence. And congratulations, and it's over to you, Marshall.
Michael? Congratulations, Michael.
Thanks, everybody. I'm in O'Hare Airport right now. I'm coming from a CRA meeting, but this is very meaningful to me. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I can help my students, and I think I really like the vision of this award, that when students are well prepared, everyone does better. The companies, the school, and everything. So I think it's such a privilege to be part of CMU and help continue to develop such amazing students that we have here.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations again. Our next teaching award is the Simon Teaching Award. Now, this award has a really cool feature. It's entirely selected by the students, so a really important award. And the students have selected this year David Woodworth, Associate Professor in CSD. You can see on the slide just 2 quotes from students. As I understand, those are 2 quotes from a very, very long list that would take way too long for the little time we have for this presentation. So congratulations, David.
Yeah, hi, everyone. It's such a great honor to receive the Herbert Simon Award for teaching. And yesterday, I received this very nice Glass Apple Award. You can see this. So I'd like to thank all the amazing students and teachers for shaping my teaching philosophy and helping me to improve as a teacher over the years that I've been at Carnegie Mellon. Also a special thank you to the undergraduates for nominating me, to Anupam Gupta and Danny Slater for co-teaching algorithms with me, and to the students who took my algorithms for big data course and have challenged me, and also many have done research with me. My 4 years of teaching at CMU have been an incredible learning experience. So thank you again.
Thank you, David, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Our next award is the SCS Service Award, the Nico Haberman Educational Service Award. This award recognizes outstanding teaching and contributions to the educational experience within SCS. And specifically, it recognizes the spectrum of instructors, visitors, staff, special contributors to our academic programs. And I'm really, really pleased to present this year's winners. Erin Corley and Evan Mallory, both from the CS Academy. Erin coordinates the work of the CS Academy as a program manager. She's a one-person growth engine and has helped the CS Academy expand education reach. Evan Maury is a principal software developer and works on the platform from the CS Academy. And congratulations to both of you. Evan, you want to say a few words?
Sure, thank you. It's a real honor to be working on this project. I love the ability to work with CMU undergrads on a day-to-day basis. They really make CS Academy what it is as well. And it's a pleasure to work with Aaron and others, bringing this to sort of CMU caliber education to a larger audience.
Erin?
Yeah, thanks, Evan. What I'll add to that is it's as a K-8 and K-12 educator, it's really wonderful to know that we're able to bring such a wonderful resource to schools all over the world at no cost. So the fact that we're able to do something like that out of Carnegie Mellon is really special. So thanks. Happy to be here. Yeah.
And I will add to that, because Erin and Evan are too modest to mention that themselves, that over the past year or so, the CS Academy has expanded dramatically, both in scope and its size and in impact. And we look forward to even more successes. So congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
And I think, next slide, please. Yes, I think I'm now going to pass it back to my co-host, Walt Scherer. Take it away, Walt, I guess is the way we say it.
Sure, yeah, right. Thank you. So what we're gonna go through, go ahead to the next slide. What we're gonna go through next is some awards to staff. I was again privileged to watch the activities of the selection committee. This was a really challenging year. There were a lot of nominations that had wow in them. The names that you see on the screen, every one of these, and maybe you could advance to the next slide for me. I'm not going to read all of them, but this in particular, this slide, we had more team nominations than I've ever seen the selection committee have to go through. All of these nominations were full of praise for heroic efforts. Often those efforts were related to the pandemic, but everyone who was nominated should be commended. We've got a series of presenters here to handle the awards this afternoon, but I think we probably could have gone through twice as many presenters. So my thanks to the anonymous selection committee that took care of this and whittled this down a little bit. But why don't we go to the next slide and we'll get started. Our first presenter should be George. George, if we can get you on the mic. Go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sure. So it's really great to see everybody virtually. We don't get a chance to do this very often, so I want to say how awesome it's great to see everybody. So let me start by talking a little bit about Chris Kissel on my team. He's really the epitome of a team player. He has been on my team since 2016 now, and has really been a rock for me and for the other team members on the partnerships team. No matter the assignment, small or large, he's always willing to roll up his sleeves, jump in and figure things out, which is not always easy when it comes to coordinating across departments, across schools, with legal, with tech transfer. There's a lot going on, and Chris is always willing to jump right in and help out. He loves CMU. He loves what he does. Let me just read one thing that one corporate visitor wrote to me about him. We've been working with Chris for over the past year to learn more about CMU and find ways to connect our business leaders with all the wonderful services your university has to offer. To put it bluntly, he has been fantastic. Back in January, he arranged one of the most productive university visits we've ever experienced. Throughout the planning, Chris has has asked thoughtful questions to help us create the perfect agenda, and then secured knowledgeable speakers for each topic. We received very positive feedback about the visit from numerous attendees. And this email goes on to list a handful of other things. And I'm happy to say that that visit actually turned into a couple of real money coming in for CMU. So Chris is doing an incredible job. Along with that, he helped to put a few things in place, like the Facebook Frame partnership, really strong partnership that we have with Honda that is ever expanding. And he's also helping to lead the Enable initiative around retail and AI. So without further ado, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank Chris for being such a great team member and being a part of the SCS community, and for all that he does to make CMU such a great place. So thank you, Chris.
Thank you, George. It's incredibly humbling, and certainly I could not have achieved anything close to what was achieved this past year without the support of the team, George, yourself, just with your great leadership, and with the rest of the team, Dan Jenkins, Laura Elford on our team. It really takes this amazing group of folks to help make these things even possible. Letting me run wild a little bit with some ideas, and I've really had a blast at it. And certainly for all the faculty, as I've reached out for visits and meetings, you've been very gracious. Thank you so much for allowing me to learn and to help set up some of these conversations, and certainly all the other staff that have assisted as well. So I could keep going on, but it's very humbling. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do this, and I certainly enjoy it. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Chris. Okay, so we're going to try something we haven't done in this program for a little while, but we had one presenter that wasn't quite able to make the session directly, so we're going to try to do this by video. Why don't we move to the next slide and see if we can run that.
Good afternoon. I'm Cheryl Weir, the Associate Director for Finance and Administration of the Robotics Institute. I'm so pleased to share with you this afternoon that Jean Harpley is the recipient of this year's award for sustained excellence. Jean has been part of our Carnegie Mellon family for more than 40 years, with the strong majority of that time within SCS and the Robotics Institute. Jean has been a resolute provider of excellent service for students, staff, faculty, and visitors alike. She managed the RI Director's office for over 10 years, has completed countless business processes on behalf of RI and SCS, and most recently served as one of our pandemic safety officers. While PSO, Jean took care of her own responsibilities every week, in addition to helping many others, because she was one of the few people who were on campus. In addition to all of these other things, Jean also coordinated several important initiatives for our students this year to help them feel like an important and connected part of RI and SCS. Jean and I joked recently that her job description could be summed up with a single word, which would be everything. Jean does indeed do everything, but with pride and also with excellence, and she is truly a role model for us all. Congratulations, Jean.
I don't want to put you on the spot, Jean, but you're more than welcome to say your piece if you'd like.
I'm a little bit in shock here. So I want to start, first of all, by saying thank you so very much to Tom Mitchell and Matt Mason for taking a chance and bringing me over from Warner Hall into computer science more than 3 decades ago. And there are so many people who have helped to guide my career, and a big thanks to Catherine Capitas for leading the way and for encouraging me to come over to academia. And finally, to Cheryl for making RI such a supportive environment to work in. I really am in shock. I want to thank everyone and just say, I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for the recognition. Thank you to the committee for all their hard work. I know there was no easy way to do this.
Well, congratulations, Jean. You've been loved in the School of Computer Science for a long time.
Thank you very much.
Let's see, let's move to our next one. The next presenter should be Christian.
All right, this award goes to somebody who is not coordinating just one PhD program, but 2 PhD programs in ISR, Connie Harrell. For nearly 2 decades, she has been stewarding the 2 PhD programs in software engineering and societal computing. And Walt gave me a ridiculously small amount of time here, so I have to keep this short. She helps on all things with these PhD programs, on admissions, on open house. We throw one of the best open houses, apparently, compared to other universities. Last year, she made all of us record videos for the Graduate Appreciation Week, which was incredibly awkward for some of us, but really appreciated by the students. And I think boosted morale in a time of staying at home. She's fighting for the students. There's a long story about kind of how she improved the stipend supplement and improved fairness in ISR with some research and advocating, and eventually got this through. She's keeping both of our PhD programs in sync, and in general, she really has a passion for helping students and is really appreciated by all the students, all the faculty, all around. So congratulations, Connie.
I'm in shock. The list of quality nominees was just incredible. So this is totally not something that's expected. I mean, my job, I couldn't do my job and do it well without the support of ISR and our leadership there, and all of my staff, or the staff that work together. I just want to thank you so much, because I know that this had to be a really tough decision. I have so many close colleagues that were also nominated. Just thank you very, very much.
Congratulations, Connie. I have so many things I want to say to you, but perhaps I'll take those offline. You're amazing.
Thank you.
So let's see. Our next presenter is Brian Bertner from LTI.
Hey, y'all. The LTI has a proud tradition of award winners in this category, and I'm proud to be able to present this award to someone who carries on that tradition in a way that is seemingly effortless, and that person is Sasha Balabashkina. I've long thought that Sasha embodied the values of energetic determination, initiative, and constant innovation with aplomb, but never more so than over the past year of uncertainty and endlessly changing needs within the department. As her supervisor, I can honestly say that she's made my job easier, but she's also pushed me to be better by consistently looking forward and not only seeking, but finding ways to innovate our processes, serve the needs of our students and faculty in the MIIS program, and make life a little better for everyone that depends on her. She's demonstrated an apparently limitless willingness to take on new and challenging projects, and what seems to be an innate need to never settle for the status quo. She's always thinking, always adapting, and always representing the dedication and commitment to excellence that's essential to the SCS character. I think I speak for all my colleagues in the LTI when I say it's my pleasure to work with her on a daily basis and my honor to present this award. Congrats, Sasha.
I think I kind of blurred out most of the speech. I'm sure you said very wonderful things, Brian. Thank you. I will join Connie. I'm actually surprised because the list of nominees was amazing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jamie and Brian and anonymous nominators for selecting me. I hope I deliver as much as I want to deliver. And I think LTI in particular and SCS in general has potential beyond what we can dream of. And I'm very happy and proud to be serving with the people who are dedicated to developing our common mission and overall betterment of the computer science and academia. And looking forward to working with all of you on new and exciting projects. Thank you, everybody.
Well done, Sasha. Congratulations. Let's see. We'll keep moving. I think we're actually doing pretty well on time today. So Deb Zalewski.
Our next recipient is the quintessential candidate for the Rookie of the Year. Her CMU RI employment began in February of 2020. The following month, due to COVID, the university transitioned to remote work locations. It was a seamless transition for her due to her vast administrative knowledge and individual dedication to learn and complete tasks. Some additional comments from others: possesses a can-do, make-it-happen attitude, the rare kind of admin who folks would kill for. In the short time that she has been employed, Hadley Pratt continues to be a model Carnegie Mellon University employee. Congratulations, Hadley.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for nominating me. Yeah, this was a little bit of a challenging year to start at the university, but I owe an immense debt of gratitude to all of my colleagues in RI and SCS who have literally taught me so much in the past year that make me feel empowered and, very just excited to get to work every day. So thank you so much for the opportunity. It's just an honor to be among such an amazing group of employees. So thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Hadley. Sounds like you've gotten quite a start in robotics. So I suppose there's a bar now that Deb will expect you to clear that's a little bit higher than before, right?
That's fine.
Thank you. So our next presenter is Jim Herbsleb from ISR.
Yeah, I'm really happy and honored to announce that a winner of the Teamwork Award is the ISR video team, which consists of Jim Tobin, manager, John Lombardo, Aaron Caldwell, Dave Ambroso, Kevin Kirsten, and Cole Handrahan. For years, they have produced really high quality, first-rate classroom video capture and delivery across not just ISR, but SCS. They've also helped produce professional quality media assets for the programs and for individual faculty. But I think when COVID struck, that they really showed what they were made of. This is so impressive. They did marathon lecture capture sessions to support remote education. They helped with the deployment of microphones and cameras to make remote education possible. Provided training on tools like Panopto and others to get us all up to speed. And one of my favorite things was a video series that they came up with, which I love. I think it's brilliant, which they are calling ISR Random, which is basically videos of people kind of at home doing non-work things, showing their hobbies, everything from, we have some great artists, it turns out, in ISR. We have people who tie flies. We have people who do so many interesting things. And this video series now has, I think, 27 videos. It really helped us keep up morale and kind of keep a sense of community during all the isolation of COVID. And I really appreciate that they dreamed that up, they executed it brilliantly and professionally. So congratulations to the video team. Really happy to have them in ISR.
Thank you. We are honored. It's been an interesting year, and I can't say enough about the team. How they pulled together and coming up with the ideas with the IS randoms. It was great. We learned a lot about people in our department too. And it's been a pleasure. We're going to take a deep breath and be ready for fall. But thank you so much. We are really honored for this.
Yeah, let me just add, maybe Jim said this, but I can emphasize it. This team doesn't just serve ISR. They've been taping classes for, wow, I think it's more than a decade probably, right, Jim, for other units within SCS as well. This is some really impressive work and right there on the front lines during the pandemic. So thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maj, how about we have yours?
Absolutely. Thank you all. So as a bit of background, the SAIL platform team focuses on developing courses, running research experiments, and building infrastructure to offer project-based courses at scale. And some of our courses are offered within the School of Computer Science, obviously, but the SAIL platform team also collaborates closely with community colleges across the nation and the US Army to offer project-based technology courses as part of our workforce development effort. So CMU is a great place for many reasons, but particularly because we are lucky to be able to attract the smartest, most creative, very dedicated and hardworking staff. So on behalf of Carolyn Rose, Michael Hilton, Chris Bogart, Eric Nyberg, John Stamper, Seth Goldstein, Jaromir Savelka, and myself, I'm delighted to announce that the SAIL team, which includes Zoe Adams, Marshall Ann, Aaron Davis, Siddharth Kandamala, Divya Prem, Baljit Singh, and Adam Zhang, as the winners of the SCS Founders Day Teamwork Recognition Award. Congratulations. We thank you, team, for all of your hard work and dedication as you continue to make SAIL, School of Computer Science, and Carnegie Mellon awesome.
Aaron, you're more than welcome to say something, but if you'd rather not, we understand. There's a lot of people to speak for here.
I'll just say thank you. It was definitely a team effort. I know everybody put in 110%, and I think Professor Sakar and our team, I think we had probably the busiest couple of semesters we've ever had. So yeah, I may be biased, but I think it's very well deserved. So, you know, kudos to everybody. It was definitely a team effort.
Yeah, well done. I remember that the selection committee dwelled on this nomination a bit for some of the external impact here. That was there's some impressive work going on there. So congratulations to all of you. Okay, we have one more award, and I just want to give a 2 or 3 minute warning to Marshall. I don't think I told you this, but we're going to have you come in and wrap things up after this award. So. Okay, last presenter for the day, Roni Rosenfeld from Machine Learning.
Can you hear me? I'm very pleased to present to you the winner of this year's Outstanding Staff Award. And I won't tell you who that is, but I'll just hint that way back when we were all in the building, you could tell that this person is coming by sometimes because of the wonderful smell of home-baked cookies and muffins that that person would carry with her. So the winner of this award is Dorothy Holland-Binkley. Congratulations, Dorothy. Let me just say Dorothy coordinates a huge number of programs. So 4 different versions of our master's programs and 2 versions of our undergraduate offerings. She is a font of policy, institutional memory, and wisdom for all of them. She's officially called the coordinator. I had to look that up, but of course, she doesn't just do coordination. She does much more than that. She practically runs the programs that she coordinates. She just leaves the relevant program directors and the department head, that's me, mostly to observe, to nod in approval, and to feel grateful. Just give you one example of how that works. If there's a difficult issue that needs to be dealt with, she brings it to our attention, but rather than just bring it to us, she does the full investigation, analysis, and resolution of the case. She talks with the students. She summarizes thoughtfully and carefully the circumstances and all the relevant history of the case. She adds the relevant program and department and university policies. She poses the questions for us to decide. Then she adds the pros and cons of what she sees to the different options, and then she makes a recommendation for what she thinks we should do and why. What a joy. Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this award. Thank you for those really kind words, Roni. It's really nice to hear that I'm being appreciated and that I'm making an impact. That's so wonderful to hear. I also want to take a moment to say thank you to all of my colleagues across SCS. I agree with the previous recipients when I say that everyone on this list and so many people who weren't even on this list really deserve to be recognized today. This has been quite a year, and the mutual support of my fellow program coordinators, department, and other colleagues has been just truly invaluable. So all of you have been amazing, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished together. Thank you.
Dorothy is among the graduate program coordinators, which is a reasonably senior group of our staff members in SCS. She's made, in my opinion, an early impact. She's been here a few years. Some others have been around for quite a bit longer than that. And I've been impressed, and certainly this election committee was as well. Okay, so I want to pass this back to Marshall here in a second. I want to remember to thank Sanjeev Kumar from Lutron, who was here as a guest today. We're always glad to have those folks around. I appreciate it, Sanjeev. I want to thank everybody, all of the presenters. Krista hates it when I do this, but Krista, she put this thing together. She's been great. Brian from the Media Tech Group, thank you. We couldn't have done this without your support. This was quite smooth. This is impressive stuff, so we appreciate it. Everyone, all of you faculty and staff, and I think Marshall will echo this, the dedication to the school and to the university, especially over the last 18 months or so, has been amazing. So I'm appreciative of that. I don't get a chance to say that very often, so I'll say that here. Marshall, do you want to join in and kind of wrap us up?
Yes, certainly would. And we have to do this co-host thing more often or something. Yeah, what an amazing set of people that we just heard from. You know, in the opening, I said two things. I said that the last 18 months were extremely hard for everybody. And I also said we are very, very hopeful as we now emerge from the crisis in all fronts on research, finances, education, etc. And this would not happen without all the staff and the amazing resources that we have here in the staff and faculty. So thank you all for all your support of the school and for all your work. Thank you.